Good morning. Welcome to Rama Reps. Today we're just doing kind of like a deload week. So I'm just doing a little bench work. Try to get maybe 6 or 7 sets in with chest for this day. Normally I'd do chest back, but my back's still a little sore from Saturday, believe it or not. So we're just doing 5-3-1 on bench right now. I'm going to see how this set feels. If we feel good, we might continue up to the 3-1. If not, might drop back down and just do some sets of 10 to 12. Was finally under 200 this morning. 199.9. Couldn't be any closer. But we're on our trek down to, I think 185 is what we're going to try to get down to for this cut in preparation for summer. I bulked up to 206. That's the highest I've been yet to date. So yeah, we're just going to continue to work on cutting. Bench is my weakest point. So we did some deadlifts the other day. Felt pretty weak. Last week, I almost did some, I PR'd both in squat and deadlift. And so last week took a lot out of me as far as energy and strength. So I'm going to use this week to recover a little bit. So that way I don't have any injuries or anything like that. So first set, 185 for 5. And just go from here. Now, I like to do a medium to wide grip. Try to utilize the chest more. Trying a more slow and steady pace, especially controlling the down, getting the deep stretch. Left shoulder arm is acting up, of course. Didn't make it unbearable. Definitely took a lot of the strength factor out. Just because it starts shooting daggers into that shoulder and arm. We'll see what set number 2 on 3 reps looks like, and we'll go from there. Next set, 3 reps. We got 210 on here. Try to control the weight, making sure I got good form, elbows tucked, lats engaged, and we'll see how it goes. We may just do 1. If that arm hurts too much and it's too much of a strain, we'll drop back down. Yeah. It wasn't hard, but it hurt. As crazy as that sounds. So, left arm acted like the weight was 250. Right arm was like, this isn't a problem. So, take off 5 pounds, get one more, maybe do another drop set. I'm trying not to bounce the weight off my chest. Solid feet. Not bad. That arm's still not great. So my final set was supposed to be 1 rep for 235. With 210 being hard on my left arm, there's no way. So I'm just going to have to back off. I know it sounds crazy, but with bench, I found that if I want to be able to work the muscle correctly without my left arm hurting, I have to do either a lighter weight or take a leave beforehand. But yeah, let's drop down. It wasn't that hard. That's what's crazy. It just hurts. Let's go down to a moderate weight. Let's just say 155 and try to get 10 to 12. Do that for a couple sets. Okay, so we're back down to 155. Just try to get a solid 10 to 12. Just to make sure we're taxing, overworking the muscle. Since I can't go heavy and do it as much, we got a couple heavy sets in. So that way, I'm still working on the progressive overload with weight. But now we're going to switch to overload with reps instead. A little bit lighter weight. Still going for hypertrophy. Working on making sure you're breaking down that muscle tissue in its stretched position, time under tension, and just making sure you're having solid reps. It's okay to back off and change it up to make sure you're not having injury. That way you can keep your progress moving forward. I might go a little bit wider even on these. That's too far out. Let's do just inside the ring here. Got short arms, so a wide grip. It's a little different. Quick 12, not bad. Pretty fluid. Takes a lot of pressure off that left shoulder and arm. Go a little bit wider. Trying to take the triceps out as much. Make sure I'm focusing on my chest. The closer you're in, the more tricep biased it's going to be. That's why a lot of times you hear close grip bench is a thing, because people want to also work their triceps while they're doing it. I'm going to go a little bit wider, do it chest focused. Weight felt good. I might just add 5 pounds, see how we go. But let's run it back. Okay, so this is about, so it's 160. It's about 65% of my perceived 1 rep max. On a 100% day with no pain in my left shoulder or arm, maybe I double up. I just go, some leave, whatever. I'm probably right around 250 right now. Nowhere near where I need to be or want to be, but I've had slow growth compared to my deadlift and squat, much slower growth with my chest strength because of how my shoulder and arm operate when trying to bench. The traditional method of what I normally do with bench and squat, I do a month of 3x5, a month of 3x3, and then I switch to a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks of 5-3-1, and then keep that rotation. I have not been able to progressive overload with bench that way like I do the others because of my shoulder and arm pain. So I kind of contradicted myself. I tried to start off that way during this workout. My arm proved me wrong once again. And so we dropped back down and trying to get hypertrophy a different way. Doing 2-3 sets of 10 to 12, breaking down the muscle tissue. You're still going to get increased muscle growth and strength, just in a different way. Let's go a little bit wider again, just inside these rings. Try to make it more pec biased. Grip the bar. Pack, go back down. So end goal is to make sure that you're feeling it in the proper area during the lift. You don't want your shoulders taking over your triceps. If you start feeling like you're rounding, or you're just now trying to get it with your triceps, you're done. With that said, as far as your chest is concerned. So if you keep going that route, you either need to drop weight, which would be preferable, because you want your failure for your chest to be rep 10 or 12. You don't want to go to rep 12 and your chest gave out on rep 8. Okay, so now yes, there's cheat reps and stuff like that, last ditch efforts. They have their place, but you want to make sure you're focusing on the right thing. So I think I'm going to run it back one more time on that, and then we'll call it today. Just hitting in, 6-7 reps sets, for bench. And I do bench twice a week, so I'll still hit my 12 plus sets for the week. I'll come back Saturday, I think, and hit chest and back again, and then I'll have my 12 plus sets. So we're all good. We're doing all right. My back is probably now one of my most advanced parts. So only getting probably 6 to 8 sets in this week. I'll still be fine. I'll still get growth with that. With these lighter sets, you don't need as much rest time either as when you're going with your heavier sets that gas you out more. Like cardio wise, yeah, if you're doing 15, 20 plus reps, but 10 to 12 usually doesn't gas you as much unless you're doing squats or something like that. But you're able to have a quicker turnaround. Your muscle may not be 100% recovered, but that's okay. You're still going to push it to failure and get that hypertrophy effect. So don't waste too much time sitting around like, oh gosh, is my chest better now? Should I go ahead and get back in it? If you can breathe without being taxed on your system, you're ready to go. Yeah, good set. Felt good. Definitely felt the burn in the chest. Yeah, I could have gone slower reps, more control in points, but still banged it out, got to 10. Now I could do some myo reps where I sit there for 30 seconds, get one more. You can incorporate that in your training too. I'm just trying to be consistent so that I know what works. Because if I keep switching it up every week on how I'm doing a set, maybe stopping right here, if I do that 2-3 weeks, but I still see, okay, 160, even on set 3, I'm getting it for 12 pretty easily. Then it's time to move up and weight. But if I'm doing myo reps, where I'm taking a break, 10, 15, 20 seconds, get one more. 10, 50 seconds, get one more. Granted, I may still see that improvement, but I don't know which aspect is getting me that improvement. If it's the failure I got initially, or if I actually need to incorporate those 1 or 2 extra reps. So, a couple weeks, try it without doing the extra reps. You're not getting what you want out of it, try to do the myo reps. Take a short break, get one more. Take a short break, get another one. Until you're completely exhausted. All you gotta do is trial and error. Try something, 2-3 weeks, see how it goes. You can't just keep switching it up every week, because then you have no consistency with your lifts, your program, whatever. And you won't know what actually works and what doesn't. So, just food for thought. One thing, next week I'll probably do barbell incline on Saturday, because I really want to build that upper shelf more, but also doing incline still helps build up the media, the middle, and the lower chest. Not as much maybe as flat bench does, but it all gets hit. So, great day. Let's get after it. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to have shoulders. And then after that will be quads again. And then arms, chest back. But thank you for tuning in. Raymer Reps out.